Play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring! Bomb stats, Dingo gonna find Rainer!
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. That's a lot of filler animation. You know, you gotta showcase who's doing this stuff, right? We gotta show the regen, we gotta show the Nexus Gaming Series. And actually there was, in the original version of this, a lot more chatter, so it actually filled a little bit better. But anyways, tonight I am joined by my CoCaster Lulu.
Hello.
That's your cue.
Yes, I'm here.
And we're going to see a Division B East matchup here. So we did actually see a B East matchup earlier between Party Time and Chaos of the Waking Dragon. But that was ages ago. That was like 3 hours ago.
I was not here then.
You were not. In fact, I believe you said you were shopping.
I was doing a lot of very fun Christmas shopping on Saturday before Christmas. Would not recommend. Except, you know, if you haven't done your shopping yet, it's too late. So, good luck.
Rank 1 NA shopping? I don't know.
Yes.
But anyways, so we're gonna see Jailbait and Phoenix Rising Ruby, and this is a match that I'm really excited to see because I think that these teams are pretty evenly matched. I've played against both of them, and so I'm excited. I think this is gonna be quite a matchup between these two teams.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I've got everything all set up and ready to go, but let's take a quick peek at our map bans.
Flynn has entered the room and is trying to eat my mouse cord.
Flynn is a cat, for those of you who are unaware.
Yes, one of the Nexus cats.
Thank you, Alice. All right, map bans. Jailbait banned out the Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom. Phoenix Rising Ruby banned out the Sky Temple and Volskaya Foundry, and Jailbait selected Battlefield of Eternity. Feels like we were just here, Lulu.
Wow. It's the strangest thing. I had the exact same feeling.
Huh. Well, this game was played earlier this week, so it's on the current patch, which means that Deathwing is an option. It means that Uther's been upgraded, Oriel's been upgraded, Greymane's been upgraded, although he did have a nerf to one of his talents.
He did have banned one of his talents.
Dash Juden says, I think we banned Dragonshire instead of Towers of Doom. Well,
Right.
that's not what it says on the replay. So, I don't know.
Oh! About that Deathwing.
They can't see it yet. They're about to.
Oh, that's awkward.
Here we go. All right, I'm going to start with Jailbait here on the left. Oh, I turned that off. Hold on. There are pop-ups.
I feel like you maybe mentioned the changes to heroes that you knew were in this.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so on the left, we've got Jailbait. I'm going to restart those pop-ups. Cawthon going to be playing ETC, Fragistellar on the Stukov, H2O on the Deathwing, Calaxy on the Greymane, and Arthas going to be played by Kobo.
Then for Phoenix Rising B, we've got Mixels on the Ragnaros, GATA on Hanzo, Fox Spam on Mal'Ganis, Nosferatu on Anubarak, and Purple on Ariel.
Alrighty. So talking a little bit about the bans here, saying Dragonshire instead of Towers of Doom, entirely possible. And if that's the case, then, you know, we can probably ask to see if that can be corrected. Just whoever reported it put in the wrong thing, and, you know, that happens. But data integrity is important, so let's come back to that later. Taking a quick peek at the talents here, so definitely been seeing Deathwings going into this Dragon Soul at level 1 as the primary talent. We did see an update to the cocktail build as well, so looks like Greymane electing to go into that. Is ETC going to get put to sleep by Fox Spam? Nosferatu, though, on the Anubrak is very low, able to make it out there with a little bit of hope from Ariel. And we see Deathwing there changing form, so he's going into that World Breaker form, going to have the stun and that AoE slow as we see both of those. Oh, and getting the interrupt on Hanzo, first blood. What a kill. Check out our top lane here, as we've got Arthas v Ragnaros in the top here. Not actually sure who wins that. Arthas has pretty decent self-sustain, but so does Ragnaros, really. But for right now, it looks like it's Ragnaros. 15 stacks already for Ragnaros on Sulfurous Hungers, too. So that's going well already. And taking Rag into Deathwing, eventually getting that 9% on every smash, that's pretty heavy. Deathwing, though, with the Dragon's Breath into the entire team there. Oh, and by the way, he can just kind of stand on this point. They've already gotten it, so he doesn't ultimately need to, but still, nobody can push off the Deathwing.
Shout out to Purple for having a purple skin, by the way.
There you go. There you go. I wonder if Purple has a purple skin on all the heroes that Purple plays. And I'm not going to mention...
I hope so.
I'm not going to mention, there are 2 other heroes that I expect to see if they're not banned.
Is it Lily?
From Purple. Lily is not one of them.
Oh. Why'd you give me that false hope?
I didn't give you any hope.
You did.
I just said 2 other heroes. There are 86 heroes in the game. The fact that you would hone in on Lily.
Because you were being coy about it. You're like, well, I'm not gonna say.
Well, I don't want to give away any secrets about what might come. But we'll see. I tell you what I'll do, though, is since the Shaman Camp are both out and we're going to see the racers head on over here, I'll pull up the bans here and we'll see what the bans say. So Jailbait banned out Johanna, Medivh, and Kel'Thuzad. And ETC is going to get a double and then a triple stun there. Anubrak burrow charging out, has the silence for just a moment, but Greymane able to take out the bug with that cocktail. Redemption picked up there by Hanzo. A bit of a surprise, because often you would see the scatter arrow, but ultimately I think Redemption picked up to try to help shred that health of the Deathwing. Immortal race looks like it's going to be won here by Jailbait. Pretty handily, about half of it left there. And H2O coming in with the Cataclysm, looking to burn these heroes. It's primarily going to be Rag. I think the, I don't even know the name of the ability, the Bite, whatever he does. Missed their Ragnaros, but ultimately they're able to get that kill here. As Stukov finishing the job. Now H2O very low, has to be careful here. His Deathwing is not invincible, as much as he would like to believe he is.
Only mostly.
So, Phoenix Rising Ruby banned out the Alarak, Garrosh, and Uther. So, there you go. Those are the rest of the bans that we saw in game number 1 here. Alright, so Anubrak gonna get taken out there by Deathwing, as Deathwing going in for the next one, looking for that Mal'Ganis. And that's going to be the fort going down. And Arthas now slowing down Ragnaros here. Ragnaros sitting at 29 out of 30, needs 1 more to get that additional damage. That used to be, I think that was, oh no, it is a total of 120, never mind. It's just 1 per minion and then a boost of 90 at the end. Hanzo jumping over the wall, not wanting anything to do with ETC. And Ragnaros going all the way back to tap at his keep there to stay in with this Arthas in the bot lane here. But it looks like we're not done up in the top lane. Fox spam going in. Oh, Cataclysm coming in. The world's shortest Cataclysm. Oh my god. But they get the kill onto the Mal'Ganis. I know, I agree, Alice. That was unfortunate.
If it works, it works. Not the kill on Mal'Ganis. It's calculated.
So Cataclysm is a long range. It's about the distance between the fort there and the wall, right? So that's pretty long range. However, if you are if the end of your Cataclysm is in landable, I guess, terrain, you don't go there. You just stop wherever the closest point is. So that's what happened is Deathwing, I think, had the end of Cataclysm in part of that wall and ultimately got shunted off to the side, much like D&D teleports. Deathwing coming down into the team. Big silence here. And this is a 4-on-5 as Arthas is in the siege camp, and now Ragnaros popping that Molten Core. The massive shove gonna throw Mal'Ganis back. Arthas coming in with Syndragosa, slowing down the minions, but also here's a mosh pit from Coffin that gets interrupted. So a 1-for-1 trade as Deathwing did get the kill onto Hanzo, and so far that's not too bad if you're never mind, it's gonna be a 2-for-1 in a second. Oh, maybe not. Purple able to survive for at least another moment. It gets caught by that root and taken out. So anyways, I was gonna say that's not too bad if you're Ruby here, because you were down level 10s.
Yeah, and that mosh pit with the Deathwing Flame Breath is not going to be a good time for Phoenix Rising.
The Flame Breath that the developers said was the, quote, highest damaging ability in the game?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I think you're right. On top of that, Deathwing has Dragon's Ire, so when he's got 3 or fewer plates, he does 30% additional damage. Pretty impressive. Just, hey, by the way, you're not at full health, and he can stay that way. He can even get full health. Dragon's Arrow goes out, hits the Deathwing, but the Cocoon, I think it was, went out, so only hit the one. There's Crystal Aegis going out onto Ragnaros, but they're looking. There's the, oh my gosh, the Dragon's Roar, and Arthas in danger is probably gonna apparently just walk away. Greymane now the target as Fellclaws did get the stun, but they're not able to get the kill. Mal'Ganis having to pull back, recognizing that Deathwing was in a place that could really be problematic for Mal'Ganis. And it almost was. He was able to get out of there. But no kills, Lulu. Both teams made it out quite healthy. And by quite, I mean not.
Yeah, right. It goes back to the whole all you need is 1 health to stay alive, and they all managed to keep at least 1.
Purple looking a bit in danger here as Greymane diving in. Ragnaros throwing out that E to give some additional movement speed here. But now Ariel's pretty far back. The massive shove going out, pushing Mal'Ganis away. And Ragnaros going to get caught by the root, is going to be burned alive. And Hanzo as well taking a bunch there as Syndragosa coming in. Looks like only getting the slow, maybe even onto Anubrak. Although ETC going to get knocked away with that the Detainment Strike. And the Fear. What is the cooldown on that? 60 seconds. Holy cow, that's so short. Hanzo Aero going to provide vision. And Deathwing trying to find a safe place to get out of here. Maybe go tap and fly up into the air to get those armor plates back. Although Kobo, not so lucky. Greymane here, Calaxy gonna finish the Immortal, so a full health Immortal. Almost full for Jailbait. But not a lot of heroes to follow up on it.
Yeah, that's still a lot of shielding to get through.
Yeah, they've got a Hanzo with the Scatter Arrows, Molten Core, yeah. So, I mean, they may even still lose the fort. It is still healthy. But I don't think they even keep wall out of this. Especially, you know, with everybody so far back. Mosh Pit coming in onto 2, but there's no damage here. Cataclysm is going to come in, so it's going to get a little bit onto them, and that's going to secure the fort. Dragon's Roar was used there as well, so the point-blank AoE Fear. And now it's looking more likely that they get this fort wall. keep wall. Although it looks like Jailbait gonna go ahead and pull back. Both teams at level 13 here. And I have to say, the longer this game goes, the better it is for Ruby. As they get percent damage. Arthas is up in the top here. Dragon Arrow coming in, hitting onto 2. ETC is going to get put into a cocoon. The massive shove allows for the siege camp to get picked up. Dragon Fire coming in though. Not enough energy to really get value out of it. And so Deathwing sitting at about half health here. But this is going to be a 5-man pullback as Arthas did come back, has the Cindergosa. And the silence onto a Nubrak may be enough. Still alive somehow. Not going to last this time, though, as Mal'Ganis going to get in there, get the kill onto ETC. There's going to be some more coming as Greymane. Now Arthas as well. And they're looking for the Stukov for sure here. And they could even potentially get the Deathwing. Oh, that Scatter Arrow was just slightly off. If it was a little bit farther down, it would have gone, probably got the Deathwing. But at this point, they're chasing after a hero that they're just not going to be able to stop. Because quite literally, he's unstoppable.
Hey.
By the way, Mixel, thanks for the follow. Hope you enjoy the cast tonight here. But anyways, what I was getting at is at 16, Hanzo gets percent damage on all of his auto attacks and his scatter arrows. And Ragnaros gets 9% on every Q, and that's every couple seconds. So that's a rough time for an ETC Arthas and Deathwing. That's just gonna be absolutely truckloads of damage.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit.
All right, so
Ariel?
this is an interesting choice. Getting the Shaman camp, but giving potentially halftime, especially with Greymane on the other side. And really, I mean, they don't have to go deal with that right away. Although Arthas getting put to sleep, Fire Breath coming out. Let's put these away for a moment here. Level 16 is coming up as the defensive positioning. I'm kind of surprised that halftime wasn't triggered there, but they didn't quite get it, and so now it will have to be addressed, as eventually that will take out a keep here. Mal'Ganis going in, putting ETC to sleep, looking for more, although the cocoon going out as well. Arthas popping off the Cindergosa, and a great 3-man mosh, but the Dragon Arrow coming in to stop it. Crystal Aegis used on purple will go down, so far a 1-for-1. Arthas, however, about to fall, and that looks to be it for right now, so that's going to give Ruby the opportunity to get onto their immortal, or their opponent's immortal, I suppose you could say, as Fragastellar and H2O come up to clean up in the top lane.
And they also, for Jailbait, they still don't have their 16s yet.
Still a little ways away. And this is Go for the Throat. This is after the change to Go for the Throat, but it might have been before it was banned. Because I think it actually had 1 day before anybody actually recognized it. And with the defensive posturing here, I mean, again, this is value, I think, for Ruby. No, I mean, they do have forts down in both lanes, so technically speaking. Oh, there's ETC getting caught and brought down to half health very quickly. Level 16 is available for both teams now, so... Well, Mal'Ganis going in deep, gets feared for 4 people there. Carrion Swarm manages to go out because, of course, knocking back does not stop Carrion Swarm. You have to get a stun, as Greymane's going to be the first to fall. Arthas put into a cocoon, and Cataclysm coming out. Hanzo looking for the Stukov, but ultimately is going to fall instead. And that's going to be the Immortal going over here for the red team coming in. Crystal Aegis used, looking for the ETC. I think they can get him. I think Felclaws... Oh, it's not. Okay. But you know what? That retreat call was immediately done. That was... Somebody said, hey, don't go into that, and Fox said, okay. So Ragnaros is going to clear out that bot lane, make sure that that camp doesn't give them any more value. And we can see the Deathwing meteors coming down from above as he's set up to defend here at the keep Hanzo and Stukov will join about the same time, but Hanzo has a much longer distance to travel here. Shield on the Immortal down. Here comes a Nubrak diving in. The AoE fear, though, and ETC's gonna mosh. The long-range arrow does hit somehow, and that's gonna be a kill onto Stukov and ETC, but a counter kill onto Oriel and a Nubrak, and now Ragnaros. So it's only Mal'Ganis. That arrow from Core, that was from the graveyard. And Ruby will manage to pick up the bottom keep here. So getting the fort and the keep now, they're in the position that they can be defensive. Sonic Arrow providing vision of themselves. And Gata? Is it Gata, by the way? Is that how you say it? But either way, thanks for the follow. Ruby heading over to their Shaman camp. And Deathwing taking the long way up here to get to the siege camp. Checking what's going on up here, making sure that there are no heroes. Gathering the soak. As level 20 is coming up very soon for Phoenix Rising Ruby. Got it. Okay, cool. Thanks, appreciate it. I just want to make sure. Deathwing's up in the air. Now this is aggressive. Ruby should be waiting right now. They should get 20 and then take this fight. But right now they're super split. Ariel is in so much danger. Here comes the Cataclysm. This time it's not the small one. And Mal'Ganis able to get out. I was actually surprised. I thought that Mal'Ganis was going to be toast there.
There's the 20s.
And it's going to be heroic difficulty here for Ragnaros, so that extra damage and duration on Molten Core. Here comes the Carrion Swarm. Now this is an upgraded Carrion Swarm. They're all going to get put to sleep, well, except for Deathwing. And the others were just far enough away. Cocoon coming out. Ragnaros isn't here yet, so this is still an uneven fight. There goes the Fire Breath. And here comes Syndragosa, so double dragons getting to work. Here comes a Lava Wave coming in the top lane. They've got to pay attention to this too, as Deathwing used the tap and then flew up into the air so that he can regenerate those armor plates quickly. And Immortal is available, so calling for the defense here. Silence going out onto Oriel, and Deathwing gonna land on top of her. And here comes the Mosh Pit. It only hits Hanzo, but Greymane going in, looking for the kill. Hanzo using that agility to get over the wall. And the go for the throat used there did not get the kill, though. Mal'Ganis using blind as a bat. Check out the stuns. The luck, in some ways, of getting so many people into that Fellclaw stun is just astonishing. Getting 4 people when you can't see any of them. So stupid question, but how is Jailbait considered an appropriate name for a team? Jailbait is a long-standing name, and like long-standing name. So it was actually from before the current iteration of Nexus Gaming Series. So I think that Mixel pretty much has it. Shrug. That said, Twitch doesn't allow me to make the title using Jailbait, so yeah. Level 20 is here now for Jailbait here, so this is where they want to fight under their Immortal. Try to get some value out of this, as the sleep's gonna be coming out here shortly from Mal'Ganis. There they go, Cataclysm coming in, and it's gonna hit everybody, but Stukov gonna be taken out first, as Syndragosa going the opposite direction. Hanzo taken out, and the Immortal is completed there. The big AoE fear. Oriel gonna be the next to fall. Ragnaros the third, but Deathwing and Greymane falling to Ragnaros in return thanks to that Q smash. 9% damage. Arthas looking pretty low, but so is Mal'Ganis, and Fellclaw's getting so much healing value here. It's just ETC, but this Immortal is going over for Ruby. I mean, ETC can't stop this Immortal. This Immortal definitely gets the keep eventually.
Man, that was a battle of the tanks there at the end.
I gotta say, the best part of that whole fight was seeing the Cataclysm going one way and then having that wall of fire and then having the blast of ice from Cindergosa going the exact opposite direction. So cool, so cinematic.
Right.
Like, somebody should clip that. That's a Nexus Edge level play. Like, lots of people dying, Immortal being picked up, double dragons. Hashtag clip that. But it is going to be the Immortal here, taking out this keep, especially now that it's got some assistance here. So let's take a look here. What do we have? Is this Arrival? No, this is Stood in the Fire. So, again, Cataclysm being upgraded. Heroes that are in it are slowed. The duration increased by 50%. Cataclysm was nerfed a little bit before it became available for play in NGS. Still, a lot of value. I mean, a 40% AoE slow like that is already pretty significant, especially for how long that lasts. Let's actually see. How long does that last? Cataclysm for lasts 6 seconds normally, so it lasts 9 seconds now. Fire Breath being used to check the bush here. Cocoon going out onto ETC. I don't know. I think they could have just stunned him. Like that. Bro charge going in. A little bit late on the combo there, as Ragnaros with that heroic difficulty coming in, getting a big stun. Cataclysm coming in as well, as Oriel gonna get rooted here. The stun coming out from Ragnaros, not able to hit anybody except for the Deathwing, but Deathwing is just breathing fire here. And there's the death metal, gonna get 1 kill out of it, but 3 kills so far for Ruby, and Fellclaws again doing so much work. This blind as a bat is gonna net them ultimately 4 kills in trade for 2, and it's the tanks and Rag, but also half a dozen catapults and siege camp minions here. And this looks like it's going to be game number 1 going over to Phoenix Rising Ruby. Lulu, I think I called it at the beginning when I said I think that these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams, and I think that game really displayed exactly that.
Yeah, for sure. That one was close through all the fights, as evidenced by, you know, everyone dying except for the tanks in multiple fights.
It was pretty intense.
It was.
Stats-wise, Deathwing coming in top hero damage at 136k.
Shocked.
Number 2...
So shocked.
Right? Number 2, Ragnaros. And you know what? I mean, let's go back to the talents. This talent right here, Giant Scorcher. 9%. And that's every couple of seconds. And because of this talent right here, he can do that literally every 2 seconds if there are 2 frontliners that he's hitting with that smash. That's just bonkers.
Yes, it is.
So it wouldn't surprise me if we see a Ragnaros ban coming out. We did see... Who are the heroes that we... Yeah, Mixels. Exactly. Yes. Let's see. So we're going to see in game number 2, we're going to see some adjustments to some of the bans. So we'll get back into that here in a second. And game number 2, it looks like, is going to take place on Team of the Spider Queen. And it was picked by Jailbait. So map pick both times here for Jailbait. I almost started typing in the heroes based on Battlefield of Eternity. Whoops, that would have been awkward. Oh, so...
Do you think we'll see more Deathwing guy that knows the future?
So I do know the future, and I will tell you that there is a possibility that we may see the Destroyer in action.
I'm ready.
I'm almost done.
Well,
All right,
more
here we
like
go.
Mentally unprepared for another Deathwing game.
Are you? You think so?
I don't know. I like to think so.
I'm not sure that you're mentally prepared for this game of the Destroyer.
Oh no. Is this another 5 healer game? Is it happening again?
No, it's
or
not.
4 healers and Deathwing.
It's not. Oh my god, that would be unfortunate.
All these healers and none of them heal him.
Alright, so our bans for this match from Jailbait were Johanna, Kel'Thuzad, and Chen. And our bans from Phoenix Rising Ruby were Deathwing, Alarak, and Zeratul.
Smart with the Deathwing ban.
Alright, game is all set up and ready to go. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. On the left... What? Did it... There we go. Dog stepped on the field and paused the game. On the left, we have Jailbait. It's H2O playing Brightwing the Destroyer. Kobo gonna be playing Leoric the Janitor. Fragastellar on Zul'jin. Cawthon gonna be playing ETC once again, and Calaxy on the Jaina.
I'm so happy with that Brightwing. So for Phoenix Rising Ruby, they got Mixels on Ragnaros, Gata on Hanzo, Fox Spam on Mal'Ganis, Nosferatu on Greymane, and Purple on the Ariel once again.
Alrighty, so we've got the Hanzo Ariel once again set up along with the Ragnaros, and I mean, this is basically the same team, just they traded out Greymane.
If they let you run it back, why not? You just won with it.
This is a different team setup that they're playing into as well. So we've got the Leoric ETC, so, you know, 2 heroes that you can certainly smash into. Zul'jin, Jaina, and Brightwing. So a little bit harder now for Ragnaros to get as much value out of those Sulfura Smash hammers as Greymane finding the Jaina, but ETC finding Greymane. And Nosferatu might be the first kill of the game here. The Polymorph, and it is Brightwing the Destroyer with first blood. Mixel saying, you are not prepared indeed. Nobody's prepared for Brightwing the Destroyer.
There's no Illidan in this game.
Alright, so we do have some different talents here. So Ragnaros still going into Q. We'll actually check in down here, see how he's doing. We've got target practice for Hanzo. Looking for those explosive arrow Stormbow. There we go, Stormbow shots. And it's going to be Vampiric Aura for Mal'Ganis. So Vampiric Aura providing that auto attack self-healing to heroes who are doing auto attacks, like, say, Greymane. And it's going to be Searing Light there for Ariel as well, again. Over here on the left, though, we've got Zul'jin going into the Headhunter. Already completing 1 shot of that, thanks to Brightwing. And Jaina, instead of going into Fingers of Frost at 1, instead going with Lingering Chill. So looking to slow that team down a bit. Probably helpful against that Mal'Ganis to help to delay those Night Rushes.
Yeah, that's not what I've really seen very much.
I want to go check bottom, but I'm afraid that I'm going to miss something here. Alright, looks like that's good. So here we go. Brightwing teleported into the bottom here, looking for Mixels. So explosive arrows is the pickup here for Hanzo. And that makes a lot of sense. I mean, this is a big wave clear map. So taking the wave clear build for Hanzo is certainly valuable. And there's Mal'Ganis looking for those sleeps. Gets both the Zul'jin and ETC, and it's just enough to get the kill onto Zul'jin.
Oh!
Son of a gun. Well, Leoric kills Ragnaros in the bot lane. Story at 11. Listen, when you have 2 kills back to back in 2 different parts of the map, you're gonna miss one.
Yeah, why don't you guys spread your kills out better? Thanks.
Right? Like next time, you know, just Kobo, I need you to wait a little bit.
Leoric?
It's looking grim, but the life drain's gonna keep him up.
Oh, and then Ariel in the
No!
mid lane.
Crap!
I'm sorry, I didn't get up fast enough to tell you.
I got baited.
I'm sorry! This is what I get for trying to help.
No, that was fine. I got baited by the team.
Oh.
Like, haha, look, we're gonna kill Leoric. Nope. But Nosferatu here, Greymane is definitely about to die.
He made
Yeah.
choices there.
That is a thing that took place, yes. That's gonna put Headhunter now sitting at 2 stacks. Neo Peasant's the selection there from Leoric, getting that additional damage against monsters and minions. And that's gonna give Webweavers over to Jailbait first. 7 to 6 on the talents. Now, this is an interesting setup for Zul'jin too. I like to play Zul'jin. I don't play him very well, but it looks like Fragastellar going into the build that I like to take on brawls. But if you take this build, like you take this cleave, this Arcanite axes, like I think most people prefer at 1 instead of Headhunter to take Recklessness, because then it increases the damage of your cleave. So I don't know for sure whether it's, you know, how much value it is to take that. But ETC's going to get Fox Spam there, the Power Slide stun, and the Polymorph going to lock him down. And, you know, that was one of the things when Mal'Ganis first came out, as they're going to get the kill on the Hanzo too. So now 4 stacks of Recklessness completed for Zul'jin. Yeah, yes, sorry, Headhunter. But Ragnaros completing his Sulfurous Hungers here at level 1. That one, you know, killing the minions, already done. So Webweaver's pushing in the top fort, and a full level lead here for Jailbait. So they're pretty far ahead on this so far on the path to 10. And that's not something you want to see with this team. You've got Mosh, you've got Entomb, you know, whichever ultimate Jaina goes into. But my point earlier I was going to make is that, you know, when Mal'Ganis first came out, it was pretty clear, like, Brightwing was just an automatic screw you to Mal'Ganis.
Right.
And I think that's, if I had to guess, I would guess that that's why Brightwing's selected in this comp. Also helps with the
mini Deathwing.
I mean, that could be it too. Yeah. Son of a gun. Really?
What?
Really? I almost want to rewind for that. How do you die for a camp? Mixels! Mixels, you died to a camp! Man. Alright. Well, anyways, the camp is picked up. Things happened to secure the victory of that camp. I died from Entomb. You did? I didn't see that at all. Fair enough. All right, we'll pretend that you died to the Entomb.
Aero retracts his previous statement.
Hashtag excuses. Exactly, Sam. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All right, Webweaver's coming for the blue team. Now they're going to be spawning really far back in the top lane because of that lava wave. You know what? We're just going to follow Ragnaros around for a little bit. See what kind of trouble he can get himself into. Leo and Brightwing ganked me bot and I got entombed to me. Okay, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Although you did still somehow die to... Can't finish me off. Okay. I mean, you still died to the camp. But that's okay. Oriole here,
no,
gonna get...
Oriole.
Oh my god, so many ultimates used on the Oriole. She's gonna die, but that was a lot.
She almost made it out.
Almost.
That polymorph.
Yeah, almost. Brightwing finishing yet another kill there.
Oh.
And you got to be mindful of the waves coming from those Webweavers. I can't tell you the number of games I've played where I'm like, guys, the Webweaver's about to cast a wave and you're all standing in it. Don't stand in it. Okay, great. Thanks. It's a lot. It's like 600 or 700 damage or something like that. It's nuts.
Lot of damage. Not that I've ever stood in it. You know, I'm the healer. I can heal it if it happened, but it never happens to me, so...
Oh, yeah, sure. Level 13 picked up here, so... Jaina going into the shields here. Ice barrier, so... that also, another reason why that level 1 chill, upgraded chill, the lingering chill, picked up to help her sustain, her self-sustain. Went into Arcane Intellect at level 4, getting extra mana back when she casts those spells onto heroes that have been chilled. The knockback onto Hanzo. Sorry, buddy, you're not turning in gems, but Zul'jin, the patience of Mal'Ganis there to wait as Zul'jin walked by, and now Carrion Swarm's going to come out, but they can't stop Brightwing from phase shifting with that. Lava Wave going to come in through the middle here. But Mal'Ganis, well, there's... Oh, the Hanzo arrow there might be enough to keep Mal'Ganis alive, but somebody woke up the ETC, giving him the opportunity to kill Mal'Ganis and ultimately lead over there to the Greymane as well. And Ragnaros trying to get away is slowed by Leoric. Mixels is going to fall once again. I caught it this time, Mixels.
That was sad to watch in slow motion.
The slow eventual destruction of Ragnaros.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to see it.
All right. Boss, the call here as Jaina making her way back. Now, this is the cooldown reduction, right? Yeah, so Ice Lance still allowing Jaina, when she does have that chill effect, to continue to cast those Frostbolts quickly here. The ping's going out for the siege camp, because they know. They know. Ruby knows that they're on the boss. That's the only place for them to be. But they got to pick this up and then head back to their fort pretty quickly. Because this is going to be pushed with, and that keep could go down just from the boss and the pressure here. And here they come, all of them back. Molten Core being used here. And that in and of itself is a big win for Jailbait, forcing out the, I think it's 90-second cooldown. That'll give them the keep wall. Not quite the well. And there's unfortunately there's not a lot else that they can do on the map. We see the pings going out for the Bruiser camp. I'm assuming that that's from Ruby, because there's no way that Jailbait would want to go into an aggressive camp like that. And they don't have quite enough for a turn. Close! Very close. These lanes are pushed up pretty far. Except for top now. The Bruiser camp would be really helpful to push against the Web Weavers. The 16's available now here for Jailbait as well. So I would kind of want Kobo to wait on this to not turn in so that they could clear this up first. It looks like Ruby's going to pull back. They don't want to fight with that 16 advantage.
Yeah, and they're still quite a ways from getting 16 themselves.
So top lane is going to get pushed out a little bit, so the Web Weavers will spawn close to the midpoint there. ETC's looking for this Ragnaros, and I said it earlier, I'm watching Ragnaros. There may be other stuff going on the map, but we're following Ragnaros here. Bot lane is going to get taken out eventually by that Web Weaver, so Ragnaros calling his cooldowns, letting his team know that at least for now, I got nothing. It's 15 and 45 generally, Sam. Depends on the map because of the distance and stuff, but generally 15-45. ETC's going in, he gets the mosh pit, but instantly knocked away with that detainment strike. Oriel in the Entomb walks right past Leoric, doesn't even care. But the Ring of Frost hitting onto 2. All of these health bars are really low. Oriel needs to be able to get in position to get that healing, but it's going to be 2 kills there onto Mal'Ganis and Greymane. And now with Oriel being slowed, Power's like, she's going to fall as well.
So much CC.
And you know what? Brightwing is in. Oh, they get the kill on Hanzo too. Did they just win the game here? I mean, they kind of can just win the game here, right? I mean, Zul'jin's pretty low.
I think so. I do have...
Oh my goodness! Not if they all stand in the fire. Oh, they are also absolutely just wrecked. And Leoric's saying, "Hey, I want this keep, guys." While everybody else is on the core. He doesn't have a whole lot of health. That's the real challenge here. They're all so low, and going into the core does AoE damage. 69% on the core though. The Entomb coming out blocks Mal'Ganis from getting away, and ultimately now Leoric getting pretty healthy. He says, thanks for showing up. I needed that healing. And they're not on the core. Oh my god, kill the core, guys. It's 46%. You have all 5 heroes. You can do 46%.
They're thinking
Not
about
if
it.
you all stand next to each other, you can't.
There we go. They were just trying to, you know, get themselves a couple more kills, pad the numbers, you know.
Exactly. All right, well, 20 kills to 2. That game was a little bit less close. That was pretty handily in favor of Jailbait.
Yes. So maybe the secret is that Brightwing is actually better than Deathwing.
Good point. Makes sense. Brightwing the Destroyer. Coming in hot. Doubling. Check it out. Brightwing did 71,000 healing. Oriole did 32,000 healing. That is a huge difference.
Just a bit, yep.
Yikes. I think I showed the talents, but I'll show those again just in case. Alright, so game number 3 is going to be on Braxis Holdout. So game number 1 was BOE, a very team fight focused map with an objective. Braxis, another team fight focused map with an objective. This could be, I don't know. If I just look at the way that these 2 games have gone, like, man, I don't know. It's still a coin flip because Ruby ended up winning game number 1, but it could have gone either way, I feel like. Mixels says, take a wild guess as to what hero I play on Braxis. Well, the answer to that question is obviously Ragnaros.
It's definitely going to be offlane Murky, right?
Offlane Murky. No, it's going to be 4-man Murky. Main tank Murky.
Better.
All right, let's see. So this one was picked by Ruby.
Oh,
Winner,
hello,
chicken
Alpha.
dinner. Yeah, she finished food and then said, hey, I want to come up, and then she didn't want to stay in her bed, so she is here. Hey, look, it's Ragnaros. Who would have guessed?
Spoilers, Aero.
I won't give away any spoilers, but Mixels is a one-trick Ragnaros. If you weren't already guessing such from the stats. When I did scouting, I looked and I was like, Mixels has played like 75% of his games as Ragnaros, and then some things are like 2 games. I don't know. Mixels say it, I'm not a one-trick. I don't know, dude. Look at your stats. Like, how can you say you're anything but a one-trick when you play Ragnaros 75% of the time?
I just really like playing the same hero. That's funny.
All right, getting this started. Oh my goodness, you got all kinds of stuff in your eye. Get that out of there. Alpha's eyes are set in such a way that stuff gets in them all the time, and it looks so... To me, it looks painful. She doesn't seem all that bothered by it, but like, there are times where she's just got gunk in her eyes, and it's the whole cornea is just covered. It is her stream now, pretty much.
Poor Alpha.
She does whatever she wants. Let me just get that gunk out of there, and then we'll get this started. 1 second, please. Come here. You gotta stop this. Did I get it? You make this very difficult, you know.
How dare she love you?
I think she just doesn't want me to get the gunk out of her face. She's like, no, that's hard. Did I get it? There we go. I think I got it. All right. Sorry about the delay there, folks. Had very urgent doggo care to take care of, as you all were able to see. Here we go. Game number 3 between Jailbait and Phoenix Rising Ruby. It's the final game of this best of 3 match. And let's get things started. On the left, we've got H2O on Tyrande. Fragastellar going to be playing Sylvanas. Cawthon on the Muradin. Let's see, Calaxy playing the Jaina, and Kobo on Leoric.
Systems online.
And for Phoenix Rising Ruby, they've got Mixels on Ragnaros, shockingly. Gata on the Greymane, Fox Spam on the Mal'Ganis, Purple on Ariel, and Nosferatu on Anubarak.
I didn't miss the chicken dinner comment, I just didn't get it. Chicken dinner, what did you do to Malf? Malf's not a chicken.
A big fat baby.
Well, it is the holidays. I'm so confused. Alright, so we already know what Ragnaros is going into. And Ariel, because she's done the same thing. It's going to be Beetle build here for Anubarak. He did get a little bit of a buff on Beetles. Shadow Dagger, Unfurling Shadows there for Sylvanas there. And once again, the Mal'Ganis. So, if you're watching later, there are 3 heroes you can likely see if you're playing against Ruby. Mal'Ganis, Ariel, and Ragnaros. Yeah, just expect that. But interestingly enough, Anubarak and Mal'Ganis here in the 4-man. So that's a very front-heavy line. I'm not really sure the value of it. There's the Lunar Flare going to go out onto Purple. Manages to use that hope and stay alive just barely. And Fragastellar going deep, looking for the kill. Didn't get it. Spoiler alert.
Baited so hard by Ariel.
Yikes. Mouth equals doo-doo. Boomkin equals owl equals chickens. Okay, okay. Alright. You know what? For what it's worth, Sam, I do that a fair bit too. I'm like, hey, let me make this bad joke that requires 5 levels of coordination to figure it out, and of course nobody ever gets it. Move 37, thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the cast tonight here. As Muradin getting caught by that impale, and there goes the sleep. On to 3 ultimately there. Jaina versus Ariel down here. Jaina's actually losing that fight. 24% of the channel begun. And the Stormbolt missing their Purple, dodging so many abilities, and as I say that, landing right under the Lunar Flare. So Ragnaros versus Leoric up in the top lane. Again. We saw Ragnaros die to Leoric earlier, so we'll have to try to keep an eye on that. On the other game, of course. This is a new game. Mixel's on top of his game. This is Ragnaros' favorite map, right? At least it used to be before they made the change on the Zerg. Mal'Ganis gonna head up and try to help Ragnaros on this Leoric, and these heroes are so low, but I want to see top. Oh, we'll come back to it. Leo is gonna back out. Mixel's also very low, so there you go. We caught what was happening up there. And trying to keep in everybody up like a champ. Sylvanas, though, bringing down the Anubarak. The Lunar Flare is going to hit. Can they get the kill? 17 health. Oh, one more auto attack does it. Muradin squishing the bug. And it looks like Greymane as well going to fall now. Check out these health bars, though. Like,
They're so low.
One of anything and those people die.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising Ruby just couldn't get enough there to get the kills. They were also fighting down a man, too.
Yeah, Leoric up here 1v2ing. Ultimately able to get out. Looked like Fox Spam was going to Hearth, but ultimately changed his mind. And Siege Camp going to be picked up here by Jailbait. As Nosferatu coming back onto the point. All of these beetles. 3 beetles, 4 beetles. Contested here on the point, as now we've got 4v4 back here in the bot lane as Cawthon using that Dwarf Toss to jump over the wall. Detainment Strike gonna knock Fragastellar into the wall, and Haunting Wave to get her out of danger for the Sylvanas there. Detainment Strike on Muradin again. So, you know, this Searing Light talent, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's especially into this team. They've got this double front line plus the Zerg. Oh my goodness, double lunar flare there, and Gata has to pull back now as Greymane. Nice and full on mana, but doesn't have a. Oh, the interrupt there. Oh, I thought there was a dwarf toss. Guess not. Used later. Fox spam falling low is going to fall to the Sylvanas Shadow Dagger there, but Murden gonna be the trade as now the channel once again going over here to Phoenix Rising Ruby. And both teams down a tank, but you know what? Anubrak's still here. Ragnaros is gonna pop Molten Core to stall out the Zerg up in the top lane here. But the big push is in the bottom lane, coming from Phoenix Rising Ruby. And there's the power slide, or not power slide, that's Nubrak Burrow Charge coming in onto Sylvanas. She does get impaled too, but the Haunting Wave is going to keep her alive. But this fort is pretty much, this is a dead fort. That Zerg Wave taking care of that pretty well. Impale going out onto Jaina. She's able to survive though. Can't complete that kill. Well, the Zerg Wave eliminate this bottom wall here. We do see Ragnaros defended that Zerg and is now going back. He's got a comfortable amount of time there. And still the... what are these called? Reavers? No. Guardians.
Yes,
Guardians still available.
The big flying guys.
Murden diving in looking for the Mal'Ganis. Oh, I forgot I can, when I do this, it shows the vision, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. All right, so Leoric has, they have no idea where they went. They're right there, right next to him. Oh, that's kind of fun. I don't remember the, there's a command so that we can see who we're following on the vision there. Ragnaros there, pulling away in time to get away from the rotation of Jailbait. But Cawthon here bringing the cavalry of Phoenix Rising Ruby with him. The Detainment Strike knocking Kobo off of the point. Might even get him killed, but not quite. Sylvanas, however, getting caught by the Fell Claws. Doesn't have a Haunting Wave yet, but is able to slowly walk out of there. Mark Zombie, I'm not sure what the memes are supposed to mean there, but I appreciate that Alice is part of them. Level 10s here now available for Phoenix Rising Ruby, so they've got a short time that they've got this advantage. They're going to make that rotation in onto the night camp, the Bruiser camp here. Cocoon going out onto the Muradin. Oh, and the Detainment Strike just barely missed. That would have been one dead dwarf if they'd timed that just slightly better. Good catch from Anubrak to make sure that the vision did not catch Greymane on the siege camp there. Diving in, looking for the Greymane, gets the wave from Ragnaros there for the movement. There's the Detainment Strike right into the wall. Ring of Frost is going to land only onto Ariel, but there's no follow-up damage as Carrion Swarm used. Kobo in lots of danger here as he's going to fall next. Interestingly enough, I wonder, is he draining with... I think he actually, with the Loon's Chosen, was getting res time back. That's an interesting interaction. Wonder if that's intended.
What?
His res bar went up so unbelievably fast, and he still had a Loon's Chosen, and it was reflected on his character. Boss picked up rather quickly by Ruby here. That's going to help them to at least get started on this channel. But this is a 5-man push here from Jailbait, so they're going to push him off pretty quickly. They don't even care about that, boss. They want to try to get a kill here as Murden going in gets the hammer onto Purple, pushing him away, but Murden taking so much damage from Greymane and the towers. And but Greymane's in the group there. And it's Greymane versus Sylvanas shooting each other in the face. Greymane's gonna live. There you go. Crystal Aegis outperformed Resurrect on that one for you there.
Greymane had like under 40 health left.
He had 19. Big Ring of Frost. Can she get the follow-up? Oh, just a little bit too late. And that top boss still sitting about half health. So far, 2 forts down here on the side of Jailbait. They're gonna need to pick up some defense here. Because here comes a Zerg wave that's gonna be absolutely full in a top lane that's already weakened by this boss too.
Yeah, they're not getting the channel.
Oh,
They've got a
no.
boss pushing.
Oh, the dream play from Ragnaros getting into Molten Core and getting a stun on Sylvanas and Jaina. Now Murden as well. This
game?
This might very well be game. Lava Wave's going to clear out bottom lane there, reduce the effectiveness of that Zerg wave that they would have to defend. They're going to take out bottom keep here. The Zerg wave hasn't even made it to the keep yet. It's still on its way. And looks like Ruby's going to head up to the top. Finish off this keep. They're diving in onto the Leoric. The Lunar Flare hitting onto a Nubarak. And that is going to be the top keep as well. Ring of Frost hitting minions. Also a Nubarak. Unfortunately, the rings have been great, but there's been no potential to kill anybody out of them.
Right.
Sylvanas' Cocoon. There's the stun a little bit early there. Nosferatu just a hair too early to get that. Seems like the timing on their Cocoon stun's just a little bit off there. Kobo making it out with single digits. But it's not going to matter. This core's going down. Yikes, they get the kill onto Murden as well. And there's the GG coming out from the little operator of the core.
So this game, about as decisive as the last one, just in the opposite direction.
Absolutely. What a set. That was a crazy good set between Jailbait and Phoenix Rising Ruby. You know, the first one was really a coin toss. Either team could have won. Game number 2 being really strong in favor of Jailbait. Game number 3 really strong in favor of Phoenix Rising Ruby. Yeah, I mean, these are the kind of series that, like, you love to cast, too. Like, seeing both teams... And also, I want to point out, Greymane sitting with 25 stacks of Wizened Duelist. Not an easy feat to accomplish.
Yeah, I don't know what the talent is, gonna be honest. But I'll take your word for it.
So it's... Every time he hits a hero, he gets a partial stack. So 6 auto attacks when he's in human form, or is it 2? 2. 2 when he's in Worgen form. Give him 1% additional auto attack damage, up to 30%. However, when he dies, he loses half of it. So if you cannot die, you can do a lot of additional damage.
And he did a pretty okay job not dying.
Yeah, he also was top damage, so there you go. Works out. Story checks out.
There you go.
So, yeah, that was a fun cast, fun match to cast. I'm glad that we did the bonus cast.
Yeah, it was. It was a very good match. Like you said, went both ways at different times.
Absolutely. So let's see, what time is it? 7:48. I believe that Shadonis is about to start. Let me see if he's actually started his show. Because if not, we'll wait a couple minutes, just chat about a couple things until he actually does start. Yeah, he hasn't yet. So we can talk about a couple things for a moment. Let's see. You can CoCaster with the Discord call on share screen. All right, and I just let him know about that. So let me confirm here, because he's actually going to be casting 2 Div D games. So if you guys were around for the Div D game earlier, you might want to catch this one. It's going to be Bancho versus Game of Throws, and one more fight versus I Must Feed. So those both out of Division D. Actually, I think both of those are in D East. Yeah, they are. At Yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So, yeah. So what else? What else is going on, everybody? You're absolutely welcome, Mixels. Hey, Alpha, say goodbye.
Oh.
I will probably run some replay casts tomorrow. I'm not 100% committing to it, but it certainly is a possibility. The goal was to start up the NGS Rewind again, so if I do, I will be posting in the general chat. Make sure everybody's aware that that's coming. 5 casts today, though. That's quite a busy day.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about the match we just, or really any of the matches we cast here earlier today?
I mean, they were a lot of fun.
Keen insight as always. What was your favorite? What was your favorite moment?
The 5 healer game.
I
All
knew
of
that
it.
was coming. As soon as I said it, I was like, I don't even know why I asked.
Well, you didn't even need to ask that question. What was your favorite moment today, Aero?
I think my favorite moment was the double dragon, the Cataclysm Syndragosa, and it was made even better because it was like one side and then the other. Like, it would have been fine if it was both of them overlaid on top of each other, but I thought it was even better because they went, you know, flank maneuver on that one. That was really great. I hope somebody clipped that. I really do.
I feel like Syndragosa would actually not be like all that effective because everything's on fire, so you're shooting ice on something that's on fire, but you know.
Listen, your logic doesn't apply to game mechanics, okay?
Okay, alright, I'm sorry. bringing down the magic of the moment. I apologize.
Sam, it's a bit. Cheers to all those fighting to keep HOTS alive. Absolutely. You know what? This is a great game. I love playing it. I love casting it. It's great having you guys, you know, hang out and just, you know, just have a good time. I don't Twitch enough to hoard bits. Yeah, no worries. No worries. But you know what you could do? If you do have Twitch Prime, you can support your favorite streamer / caster by just hitting that sub button at the top, which is, I don't want to say it's better than bits. It provides some more value than bits because the more subs you have, the more emotes you can get, and you know, things like the puppies that this channel has. So there you go, just FYI. Shadonis should be coming on any time now. Shadonis is a newer caster in NGS, but I think he's been doing a pretty good job of it lately. So looking forward to seeing those replay casts here. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
And I had the music on, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and raid over to Shadonis, everybody. Thanks again for stopping by. Appreciate you doing so and spending your Saturday afternoon and evening with us. Anything you want to say before we take off?
Thanks everybody for coming by, and thanks for having me, Aero.
Quite welcome.